we pause for a second or two. This is episode 203, Days Away from Internet. Throughout our everyday lives now, the internet is practically ever present. A modern term that is being used right now is the Internet of Things, in short form IoT. And the idea is to put internet into as many things as possible and in as many places as possible, so that the reach of internet will basically be everywhere and in everything. And this infrastructural development has gone very fast for us. I remember when people started using the internet. It was here in Sweden. That was about around the year 2000, somewhere around that year, when people started using it once in a while in everyday life. So 25 years ago. And since the COVID lockdowns, humanity took a more drastic leap to put internet in more and more things, and to almost view connectivity via internet as the norm of how to interact socially, almost more the norm than meeting just face to face. And that was 5 years ago. Today's episode is called Days Away from Internet. And I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about this subject because I have just done so. I've taken 2-3 days completely away from internet. And the thing is that we feel very different about ourselves. We feel very different about our lives after just a few days away from internet. And today we make use of this experience to just talk about what a powerful thing the internet has become, what an influential thing internet has become, and what an ever-present thing the internet has become. And we talk a little about what are some of the consequences of that. So maybe first, if I just talk a little bit about what are some of the experiences from just taking a few days away from internet. At first, there is this kind of odd feeling and unsettling, nervous feeling. Like that something is wrong. And then after half a day, it starts sort of transforming into another feeling. A feeling of feeling lonely, feeling lost, and feeling sad. And at this point, old memories can come up. Some old disappointments may come up. And this happens simultaneously as that our thinking starts sort of becoming worried about our future. Will we really be able to make it through this time? We can think. Will we really be able to survive? And the thinking can become quite drastic and bleak quickly. And this is already in the first day away from internet. And then we sleep a night, and the dreams can also take on a different feeling, take on a more drastic feeling. And then day 2 away from internet, we start getting used to it a little more. But still, the predominant feelings are feeling lonely, feeling lost, and feeling sad. And also worried about the future. Definitely anxiety throughout the chest area. Definitely heavy heart. Like the heart is beating heavily. Sort of fatigue. Feeling drained, feeling worn out. And then we sleep another night, and the dreams can once again have taken on quite a drastic feeling. And then day 3, it can feel a bit easier. It can feel a bit more like it's gonna be okay. Still, like, wow, there are so many challenges we're facing right now. Wow, how are we really gonna make it through this? Still these kinds of thoughts, but some kind of feeling of reassurance within it. Like that just making it through these 2-3 days feels reassuring in itself. That it was not the end of the world to step away from the internet for a few days. The world keeps going, we keep going. It is not life-threatening. And then here we are. And I wanted to take this opportunity to just pause and paint this context in this episode, and take the opportunity to talk a bit about what is the internet, what is this thing, this network, this infrastructure that we have built and are still developing. What is it that we are creating? The Polaroid for today's episode is a specific skill, proximity. And specific skill proximity is under our worn out situation. And the principle, or the sort of logic behind it, is that whenever we are in close proximity with something asymmetrical or something overwhelming for a sustained period of time, we end up feeling worn out. And it can, in worst case, lead to us crashing. And no matter how we look at it, the internet is an overwhelming thing. The internet is vast. The internet is intense. And during the last couple of years, with the increasing integration with AI bots and AI tools into our social media, the internet is becoming even more intense now. And it is difficult to feel on even footing with the internet. It often feels as if we are just a tiny speck of dust in this vast mound of sand. Or like we are just one tiny star in a vast universe. And this feeling of feeling small, this feeling of feeling insignificant, like our voice is growing smaller and smaller. This feeling, and having close proximity to this feeling, sustained proximity, never leaving it, always feeling small. This will lead to us feeling worn out. But the thing is, and this is what is so tricky about it, this feeling small and this feeling insignificant, there are so many distractions on the internet that we can just keep scrolling the internet to, moment by moment, escape the feeling of feeling insignificant. So, with one hand, the internet makes us feel insignificant, and with the other hand, the internet presents the solution to us feeling insignificant, but only for one moment at a time. One short moment, can be half a second, can be 7 seconds, can be this short internet clip or video or meme or post. And this is the principle behind these fast social media such as TikTok or I don't know all their names, Snapchat, Vine, to name a few. And The thing is, when we actually take a few days away from internet completely, go cold turkey, as you can say, that is when we get in touch with our feeling insignificant. That's when all that sort of worn out feeling from being in this asymmetrical relationship with the internet, that's when we get in touch with it. And if we have gone too long a time to sustain that period of time without stepping away from the internet, the more difficult it will be to do it. And what it comes down to is that if we lose our ability to step away from the internet altogether, then we will lose our autonomy, we will lose our individuality, we will lose our resilience, and we will become a very easily shaped individual, a very easily herded person. The algorithms are very strong now. AI is very effective in shaping how we think and how we feel. And the longer time we go without leaving this close proximity with the internet, the more we will lose track of not only who we are, but who we want to be. And life starts feeling very indifferent, like we do not care anymore. I think a lot about why people do not step away from the internet more or more frequently is because we are seldom told what to realistically expect when we do it. Often we are told to take some time off from internet, but to relax or to do something recreational or to be, enjoying ourselves in one way or another. But that is next to impossible to do, if not impossible. Stepping away from the internet is very difficult, it is painful. It is important to be clear about how it actually feels to step away from this thing that we have created. It is unpleasant. It feels kind of panicky in the beginning. And there's a whole bunch of unpleasant feelings. Sadness, anxiety, loneliness, despair, all that dark stuff. But if we actually expect that stuff to some extent, then it does not need to be as overwhelming if we actually do it, or when we actually do it. Yes, we're gonna feel panicky and depressed for a while. We know that is to be expected, but at the same time we do not blow it out of proportions. We do not exaggerate it either. So it's not like, oh, now I'm going to step away from the internet and become completely resigned, go completely depressed. That's not it either. It's sort of... It's about stepping away from the internet and knowing that we have a place inside ourselves that is neither dependent on the internet and neither overcompensatingly depressed about it. This place in ourselves that is just clear. So from this place we may feel sad, we may feel anxiety, we may feel worried about the future, but it does not consume us altogether. And this is something we practice. Every time we do it, it gets easier from the last time. It's going to be difficult the first time, a little less difficult the second, a little less the third, a little less the fourth, and like that. It's a skill. It's an emotional skill. And it is crucial to develop this skill in order not to become a complete victim to the internet, not allow ourselves to become completely helpless as this infrastructure is developed more and more, getting more and more effective and more all-consuming. It's not an easy road, but it's the right road. That's it for today. Thank you.